What's going on, everyone? Your mom's favorite YouTuber KKS here, and welcome back to a new video. Today, I'm going to be starting a new series. So basically, I'm just going to be reacting to a few videos in this series. I don't know how many of you guys know, but I've traveled a lot outside the country, so I'm going to be reacting to basically different things so the video title says 15 things you didn't know about Belgium. So I've been to Belgium, and I'm gonna try and see how many of these things I knew or don't know. And I'm just gonna do this series with countries I've been to. And I've been to a lot of countries in Europe, Asia, South America, North America, every continent basically almost. Um, but yeah, um, so I'm just gonna watch this video, and I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on it. So let's get it.
Today we're talking about Belgium, a country that has everything to offer, from countless castles to medieval belfires to innovative art museums and hip cafes. Belgium plays an important
Yeah, um, I should probably mention I wasn't in Belgium for too long, um, less than a day. We were traveling um, from France to the Netherlands, and the Belgium was and Belgium was in between, and we traveled by coach. So um, I'm probably for the first episode, I'm probably not going to know much about it, but I'm just going in alphabetical order, and Belgium happens to be first. So we'll see. We'll see. Probably won't know much though.
role in the political scene, being one of the six founding members of the European Union.
Okay. See, this I did not know. I did not know they were founding one of the six founders of the EU. That's interesting. What are the other five founders? Don't remember. I don't know. I might probably never have learned actually. Anyways.
A founding member of NATO and the Eurozone, it
Oh,
is also part of the Schengen area. At the moment, the country holds the official seats to the European Council and European Commission, and the country's capital, Brussels, is home to the European Parliament.
wow.
If you're a dessert lover, especially chocolate, Belgium is your place to be. Also, beer.
If you didn't know, Belgium has some of the best chocolate in the world. Most people know that. If you like chocolate, if you love chocolate, and you haven't tried Belgian chocolate yet, then you need to try it because you haven't experienced chocolate until you've experienced Belgian chocolate.
Has its cozy home there, with brewing being an almost mystical art in
I
Belgium,
wouldn't know
and
about
many
this.
types
I'm
of
under
ale are
21.
still created in the traditional manner, in monasteries. But that's enough with the intro. Let's begin, shall we?
Oh, they didn't
Here
start.
are 15
Okay.
things you didn't know about Belgium. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bruges is
All
the
right.
capital of West Flanders in the Flemish
Venice of
region
the
of
North.
Belgium, and it's known as the Venice of the North thanks to its many picturesque canals. The symbols of the city are little statues of bears clasping
What is that thing on the right? What is that? That's not a lion. What the hell is that? You guys are seeing the same thing I am, right? What is that? The one on the left is golden lion, yes. What the hell is that on the right? Jeez. But anyways, I didn't know this. I didn't go to what is it, Bruges? Yeah, I didn't go to Bruges. Um, but yeah, it looks. I mean, judging by this thing on the right, probably wasn't missing out on much.
coat of arms. Venetian merchants must have arrived in Bruges centuries ago, and the way the shops and their handmade things look take the visitors back in time to a faraway Italian era. And if you're in search of love elixirs, Bruges is your place to be. Lake Minwater, Lake of Love, Min means love in Flemish, on which the city was built, is known for its powers to help people find the love of their life. Number 2. The border with the Netherlands crosses a restaurant's patio.
All right, so this I have heard. I have heard of this. I didn't actually go there, but I have heard of this before. I didn't hear about it when I went to Belgium. I just heard about it online. But yes, this is true.
Belgium and Netherlands are the definition of friendship when it comes to sharing borders.
Yeah,
Maybe you know this by now, but
yeah,
the borders between the two are just some symbolic white crosses on the pavement. Yes, you heard
exactly.
that right, and nobody's guarding them. If you're trying to be in two places at the same time, Belgium is definitely the country for it. There you can find a city that is half part
Yeah, yeah, I remember. This is where I actually saw it. There was a house or an apartment or just somewhere someone lives. And it's like I don't remember which country they gave it to, but it's like both countries like as you can see from
Belgium and the other half,
like
the
you guys
Netherlands.
see that
This is
oh
also
god,
find a
wait.
city that is half part
That like that like that the plus signs, one side says B, one side says NL. Yeah, it goes right through the door. So what country is it in? We don't know. I don't remember. They said actually, but I don't remember. I guess it's Belgium. It's mostly in Belgium, but whatever.
Belgium and the other half, the Netherlands. This is also the case with a restaurant built on the
Yeah.
border where you can dine in two countries at the same time. And something funny happened a while ago when the closing hours were different because of specific laws in the two
Oh
countries,
my.
and the side on the Netherlands had to close earlier. What
You're
did clients do?
joking.
Simply change their tables to the Belgian side and continued enjoying their meals. Number 3. French fries may indeed come from Belgium.
Okay, so this I have heard too. Um, but I haven't heard the details into it, so I'd actually want to. And this is actually interesting. I want to hear it.
Believe it or not, the French fry is not French. It
Hmm.
looks like historians claim that the origin of the French fry dates back to the late 1600s when poor Belgian villagers ate fried fish. But when winter came, the rivers were frozen and they had to find other sources of food. So
Oh,
they chose potatoes,
potatoes.
preparing them the same way they prepared the fish. There's even an old 1781 family manuscript which recounts that potatoes were deep fried prior to
Ooh,
1680. Nowadays, Belgians prefer to eat fried egg on top of French
wait.
fries.
They put egg on. Actually, like, that's not a terrible idea. I'd eat that. I mean, I'm not too big of an egg fan, but I like putting a lot of different stuff on French fries. So I guess this could work. I think it would work. Not a bad idea.
Or even French fries with cooked mussels. In America, French fries were introduced when American soldiers arrived in Belgium during World War I. Number 4.
Fair enough.
Belgium is fighting the gender pay gap. For a long time now, Belgium has been trying to defeat the gender pay gap, and the good news is they are actually making substantial progress. But how are they doing it? In Belgium, transparency on how much men and women are paid has been standard for years. Their solution was to introduce an agreed framework for who is paid what based
Wait, why does why does the woman get the bigger fish and he has more? I'm kind of confused on how this works. But yeah, fair play to Belgium. Fight the gender pay gap. I mean, I'm not gonna give my opinion on that, but it's good that they're trying to put their effort into fixing a something that they consider a major problem.
on what they do without any prior negotiation. This strict framework for setting salaries makes it impossible to pay women less for the same job. In
That's good.
2017, Belgian men had bigger salaries with 3.3% than women had. Also, 2017 was the year dedicated to ending violence against women, so we couldn't be more proud of Belgium fighting the right fights.
Good.
Number
Good job,
5.
Belgium.
Albert Ferret is the richest person in Belgium with a net worth
Hmm.
of $6.1
Did
billion.
not know that.
Albert Ferret is a Belgian businessman born on the 4th of February 1926.
Hmm.
Ferret grew up as a son of a nail merchant, and he got involved in the business from an early age. Because his father passed away when Ferret was 17, he had to leave school and run the family business by himself. He started investing in Belgian steel factories at the age of 30, and by the age of 45, he controlled the whole steel industry in the region of Charleroi.
Mm.
Later, he made some moves in the finance sector, investing through his own company Pargesa. His career's biggest coup, though, was in 2008 when he helped push through the merger of European energy giants. As of
Mm.
March 2018, the Belgian magnate has a net worth of $6.1 billion.
Dang, that wink there. My man, fair play. What was his name again? Albert Frere. I guess, I don't know, Belgian. Frere. Hey, good job. Respect, respect.
The Belgian magnate has a net worth of $6.1
And
billion.
this wink. Okay.
Number 6. King Leopold II was a wicked ruler for the Congo Free Republic.
Yes, my high school history classes has taught me this. King Leopold II. Yes, this was not a good dude. This was not a good dude. I know this. I know this. Yeah, I'll let you guys hear.
Belgium's past is haunted by the genocidal colonial legacy. Belgian King Leopold II was one of history's most brutal rulers during the dark 19th century. He successfully transformed the entire Congo, a land from the Baltic to Black Sea, into his private domain, but did so with immense casualties. From 1885 to 1908, there was an estimation of death that ranged from 10 million to 15 million
Sheesh.
Africans, and many Congolese Belgian people are still discriminated against in Belgium. After the king's death and transfer of his private colony to Belgium, people tended to forget about the horrific atrocities that he took part in. Many Belgians nowadays remember Leopold as the Builder King for his extensive public works projects, but many of them remain unaware of his role in the atrocities in Congo.
Nah, 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 nah. You can't get away with killing 10 to 15 million people. Nah, King Leopold, you were not a good dude. You were not a builder. You were a murderer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Number 7. Prince Laurent was almost sent into social isolation.
Really?
Prince Laurent is the younger brother of King Philippe of Belgium. He caused a diplomatic incident when he visited a celebration honoring the
Mm,
90th anniversary of the People's Liberation Army on July 19th at the Chinese embassy in Brussels because nobody authorized him to be there on behalf of Belgium. So he kind of crashed the party. The Belgian royal and government circles were really mad about it. After this, Prince Laurent almost lost his entire stipend, but eventually the Prime Minister and his brother King Philippe agreed to a 15% cut. It was stated that banning Prince Laurent from seeing foreign dignitaries could lead to social isolation.
I mean, yeah, considering the power Belgium has in the EU, I could see why that's problematic. Yeah. I don't, why did the dude just decide to pull up randomly to China? Like, what did he think? Like, huh, it would be a good idea to go visit China and see and go to their, I forget what it said, people liberation ceremony. Yes, that. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking, but we move.
Number 8. A lot of people seek asylum in Belgium.
This I did know. Yeah, a lot of refugees travel to Belgium because I don't know, it's easier to seek asylum in Belgium than other countries in the EU. Um, but yeah, I have seen it, but I'll let this video explain better than me.
Belgium received approximately 14,035 applications from asylum seekers in 2017, which
Yeesh,
was
that's a lot.
215 fewer than in 2016, according to the
Oh,
latest figures released by the European Union's Statistical Office. The three main nationalities seeking international protection in Belgium are Syrians, Afghans, and Palestinians. Even the Catalans' ex-president Carles Puigdemont was invited to apply for asylum in Belgium, and it is 100% legal. In
dang.
2018, Belgian families invited migrants who came to Brussels' Gare du Nord to stay in their homes because there are no available places for them to stay at the moment. They're all full. This just goes to show how many people come to Belgium, since it's a very progressive country with a lot of opportunities. Some refugees even camped out in Brussels.
Dang. Respect to Belgium for that. Great people. Like even when like first of all they let refugees into their country, and then not only that, but the individual citizens let them into their homes. That's amazing. Great job, Belgium.
Number 9. Belgium was the world's second country to
Mm.
legalize same sex
Yeah, as you can
marriage.
see, very progressive
Same
country.
sex marriage has raised a lot of controversies and problems since the early 60s, but it was a taboo subject, so no one dared to speak of it. A lot of people were arguing due to this fact, but Belgium took initiative. In 2003, Belgium was the world's second country to legalize gay marriages, providing gay individuals the same tax and inheritance rights as heterosexual couples, while the Netherlands was the first to do so in 2000. And there's more. Belgium offered limited rights through registered partnerships since 1998, and since 2006, couples have been permitted to adopt children. According to the Belgian official journal, approximately 300 same sex couples got married between 2003 and 2004 alone. Number 10. The most expensive house in the world belonged to a Belgian king.
The mo- oh, belonged. So, is it still the most expensive house in the world? I don't think so. I don't think this would be the most expensive house in the world. No offense, but I feel like in the past it probably used to be, but there's definitely more expensive houses now.
A luxurious mansion in the south of France is now going on sale for about $410 million.
Hmm?
The mansion sits on 35 acres, has 14 bedrooms, and an Olympic sized swimming pool. Villa Les Cidre was a holiday home for Belgian King Leopold II when he bought the property.
King Leopold II. Surprise, surprise. He was the king who lived here. And yeah, I guess, I mean, he did do a lot of expansion, and I guess that did make him a lot of money, but I don't know.
Congo in 1904. After his death, the Marnier-Lapostole family,
Ooh,
who makes Grand Marnier liqueur, owned
nice.
the property, and they grew exotic plants such as oranges to help create their product for decades. The property has one of the most beautiful gardens in Europe, with
Are those
15,000
lily
plants
pads?
and 20 special greenhouses.
I think they are.
Close neighbors include British composer Andrew Lloyd Webber and Microsoft.
Oh my god, the dude on the left looks like Nick Saban on crack. No offense. Um, whoa. I don't know. I just thought Nick Saban, if you didn't know, is Alabama's college football coach.
Co founder Paul Allen.
Paul
Number
Allen.
11. One of the first skyscrapers in Europe was built in Belgium.
I did not know this either. Belgium was the first to do a lot of things. Interesting.
The Borentoren, or Farmer's Tower, was constructed between 1929 and 1932, and it's 95.8 meters high. The Borentoren was the second skyscraper to be built in Europe, with the
Oh,
first one being the Rotterdam's White House. The Borentoren was designed by Jan van Honacker, and currently it's ranked as the 22nd tallest building in Belgium.
hmm.
Unfortunately, according to specialists nowadays, it can't be called a skyscraper anymore with its
Oh,
architectural height. There's also good news. It's got the status of a protected monument ever since July 17, 1981. And nowadays, the Belgian KBC Bank uses this building as an office. Number 12. Belgium has a broad history with chocolate.
yeah, as I said, you haven't fully experienced chocolate if you haven't had Belgian chocolate. Just saying.
Belgium. The art of chocolate making started in the 17th century in Ghent, a port city in northwest Belgium. Even if the raw materials used in chocolate production do not originate in Belgium, more than 320 chocolatiers in Belgium produce over 725,000 tons of chocolate
Mm.
each year. In 1912, Jean Niehaus Jr. invented the first chocolate with a soft filling, the praline, and 3 years later, Louise Agostini, the wife of Jean Niehaus Jr.,
I don't know about you guys, but this looks banging. This looks beautiful. Wow. I don't know. That red stuff's probably like strawberry, but still, it's bang. It looks banging.
developed a box in which pralines were packed. Famous chocolate companies strictly follow traditional and even secret recipes for their products to this day. There's also a city named Derby, which attracts more than 30,000 visitors each year at the Choco Palace.
Hold up. Is that chocolate? Is this elephant made of chocolate? Wait, and the whole. Is that white chocolate or is that vanilla? And is that like pistachio or something? Oh my, nah, I'm probably thinking too much of this. That's not chocolate.
Festival. Number 13.
Antwerp.
Antwerp is the world's diamond capital.
I did know this. But yeah, Antwerp is. I actually didn't get to go to Antwerp. But I do wish to go back there one day. But if I go in the Belgian area, Antwerp is definitely first place I'd want to go.
A diamond can be the symbol of pure and eternal love. The perfection of a diamond has always been associated with the city of Antwerp, that had the advantage of being a port city, the thing that facilitated diamond trading 500 years ago. At some point, because of the attention to detail and exuberant selection, even the King of France, Francois I, started ordering his diamonds from Antwerp. And thanks to its strategic location, Antwerp had become a primary diamond center by the end of the 15th century. Last year, the total profits of the Antwerp diamond trade was about $36 billion US,
Whoa,
accounting for 7% of Belgium's total exports.
I'd imagine.
Number 14. Belgium's divorce rate is the highest in Western Europe.
Well, this I did not know. That is interesting. Sure, the video will explain why, but I really, why? What would the reason for that be? Hey, look, it's the house. It looks like it could be the house that was split by Netherlands and Belgium. If you cut through with the border, it's, well, it symbolizes a divorce. Okay, let's just watch.
Marriage is one of the most important parts of many of our lives, but
Hmm?
sometimes life can be really tough. People don't take it serious when problems come up, and sometimes they tend to choose the easier and faster solution. Unfortunately, Belgium has the highest rate of divorce in Western Europe, 70%. The only explanation
70%? 70%? Jeez, man. 70%? Holy.
is the Catholic Church had a major impact on society in the past, but now
Dang.
people are no longer influenced by that factor. A survey showed that from 2006 to 2016, the number of divorces in Belgium averaged out to approximately 27,000 cases per year. This means that 3 out of 4 marriages in the country end with a separation. Number 15.
Jeez.
International presence in Brussels is second only to New York.
Okay, this probably is because like probably the same reasons for why they allow a lot of refugees. It's just the laws make it easier for foreigners to move to Belgium, and Brussels is the capital, so I assume it's even easier than the rest of the country to move there and live there and work there and make a living for themselves. So it makes sense. But yeah.
The planned expansion of a company's business activities into different countries is a hard thing to achieve. Global expansion implies more than just making investments in nations outside of the company's home. They need a presence in those countries as well. Even if Brussels is the seat of many international institutions, more than 2,000 multinational organizations, it's also home to representations of institutions headquartered elsewhere. Two of the organizations headquartered in Brussels are NATO and the World Customs Organization and Eurocontrol.
I mean, that would make sense too because the EU and NATO stuff are in Belgium as well. I guess that would add to international presence as well.
On the other hand, there are more organizations with an office in Brussels, like the Council of Europe, the United Nations, UNESCO, UNICEF, and the World
Geez,
Bank.
all of them?
And that's it for today, Aluxers. Thanks so much for sticking with us. As usual, you
All
know
right.
what
Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I knew probably most of those actually. I'm surprised. Excuse me. Anyways, I guess that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Next episode, I would have to check actually. I'm doing alphabetical order, so I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, hopefully you see the next episode soon. If you enjoyed, please like the video. Please subscribe for more. Um, Helps me out a ton if you do. And I hope to see you all next time.